Chester Zoo, home to 7,000 of the world's most endangered animals. Today, some lemurs are leaving for Russia. If headkeeper Andy can get his hands on them.
And that's it, one restrained lemur.
The chimps make the most of a new toy.
They'll jump on it, punch it, kick it, wreck it.
And the wraps come off rare and precious lion cub Tejas.
Hello, Tejas.
Hello, Poppy.
His legs have been in splints because he can't walk properly. But is he cured, or will he need major surgery? It's the moment of truth.
It might be too early. We may have to put the dressings back on.
Asiatic lions are among the world's most endangered big cats. In the wild, they're found in just one national park in India. There are only 250 of them left. Asoka, the male, and his mate Asha used to be Chester's star attraction. But that distinction has now passed to their 2-month-old son, Tejas. Tejas is only one of 9 Asiatic lion cubs in the whole of Europe.
Okay.
But headkeeper Alan Woodward is worried about him because he was born with deformed legs and can't walk properly.
I think Tejas certainly has kept myself and the whole team on our toes. I mean, every slight reaction, it's a worry. I mean, it's like people with kids, really. But because animals can't talk to you, you have to be extra vigilant, really. But that's what it's all about. That's what our job's all about.
Tejas has been fitted with splints in the hope that his legs can be corrected without the need for major surgery. This morning, veterinary nurses Karen Homer and Tanya Kerno have come to take the splints off. What they find will determine Tejas's future. His past could not have been more dramatic. When Tejas and his brother were born, their mother Asha failed to feed them. So Alan and resident vet James Chatterton took them away from her.
If we leave them in there, I think they're going to die, you know? So we need to take them out, hand rear them.
Asha showed no maternal instinct for the cubs and seemed relieved when she was allowed to return to her mate.
This sort of confirms our suspicions, really, because if she's worried about the cubs now, she'll be waiting outside, calling to go back in, and she's not. She's run down the paddock, and she's just meeting the soccer now.
Tejas and his brother were bottle-fed by Alan every 3 hours, day and night.
If we can rear these cubs, I mean, it'll be a great achievement, really.
As Tejas grew stronger, his little brother became weaker and survived for only 4 days.
He just passed away about 4 o'clock in the morning.
To Alan's relief, Tejas made good progress, and he was soon enjoying his first taste of meat.
I mean, obviously, he likes it so much, he's trying to get more of it.
Then, a few weeks later, came a shattering blow. Zoo vets discovered there was something seriously wrong with his front legs.
He doesn't seem to be able to bend his wrists at all, walking on his tiptoes.
Thankfully, X-rays showed his bone structure was sound.
The bending all seems to be due to the fact the tendon's too tight.
And the good news was that the condition was curable.
It feels as if a huge weight has been lifted off all our shoulders.
Under anaesthetic, Tejas's legs were placed in splints.
Doesn't come off. You can bend his elbow.
When he woke up,
Big yawn, eh?
he slowly found his feet
First few steps, careful.
and seemed to adapt well to his new footwear.
He's got his boots on.
I know. It's like Puss in Boots all over again, isn't it?
That was 7 days ago. Now it's the moment of truth.
Yep. Whatever you want. Yeah.
They're about to find out if the treatment has worked.
If only a week of dressings has solved his problem, we will be ecstatic. There is a chance that dressings will need to be on for longer, or there is the slight risk that he may need surgery later on. But the orthopaedic surgeon has advised us to check today, see how they're getting on. He's going to come back in 3 weeks. So, yeah, every day, fingers crossed that he's going to be a quick recovery.
Hello, Tejas.
No poppet. Hey.
We've been so lucky so far with Tejas's bandaging. We had to change them earlier on in the week, and we managed to do that conscious. He is, after all, a lion cub, so he may not allow us to do it today, but we're going to give it a go.
Later on, Karen starts to take the bandages off.
Lots and lots of layers.
What will she find? The rest of Chester's veterinary team are heading over to Lemur Island for what promises to be a challenging operation. 7 of the ring-tailed lemurs are on their way to a zoo in Russia. But before they can go, they need to be given a clean bill of health. Lemurs are fast and agile. The unenviable job of catching them falls to headkeeper Andy Lenihan.
99% of the time you grab the tails, grab them behind the necks and just restrain them while the vets knock them out, and then you can bring them round quickly, and then it should, fingers crossed, go pretty well hopefully, so it shouldn't take very long.
Zoo vet Steve Unwin has special equipment to allow the team to carry out the procedure without having to take the lemurs off the island.
One of the anaesthetic machines that we're using, the small one here, was first developed in the Gulf War for use in field hospitals for humans. And it's a special machine that weighs very little, and that was very successful and still used in armies around the world today.
Lemurs live in family groups in which squabbles are commonplace. Occasionally, individuals are excluded and never allowed to return. These 7 were forced out of the main group earlier in the year, and Andy's hoping they'll establish a new colony once they're relocated to Russia.
Are you ready? I'll get the big male first. Get him out of the way because he's next door.
He starts with his namesake, a lemur called Andy.
What you have to do is you have to catch him by the tail, and then they just hang on to something. And then you have to put your hands around the back of their neck to restrain them.
Catching the lemur by the tail won't cause him any pain, but it will be stressful. Andy works quietly to keep him as calm as possible.
Now I've got him by the tail, he's restrained, as you can see. Still a bit lively, but... and then, so you don't choke him, you just put your 2 fingers either side of his neck. Have your hands round his shoulders, and then just hold him tight, and that's it, 1 restrained lemur.
The vets need to weigh the lemurs and give them a full medical examination to make sure they're fit to travel.
Yeah. Right, OK. Let's do a quick physical.
Are you okay?
So the teeth, eyes and ears are OK, he's nice and pink.
While the vets go to work, Andy prepares to catch the others.
Catching them's the hard bit, because when you catch the first one, it's not usually a problem, but the others see you catching the first one, so they can be a bit tricky after a while. What I might have to do is use the net them first, and then take them out of the net. Got to get it out of the net now. Don't put your fingers around the windpipe, but it's quite happy, but it's restrained, so.
Breathe in the nice gas and then you'll go to sleep.
Next.
Heart and lungs are doing OK. Nice teeth. Nothing wrong at the back of the mouth.
Just watch it, because it won't bite you.
This is the bovine tuberculin.
1.16.
She's in pretty good nick, I have to say that. Ending in 1440.
Jennifer Rose.
Jennifer Rose, lovely.
1.82.
This is Madge. Where the heck did they come up with these names? Hello, Madge.
Finally, the last lemur is checked and tested. Andy is happy with how smoothly it's gone.
Okay, there we go. We're done.
It's all 7 of the ringtails caught up now. They've all been TB tested. They've had a bit of a sort of MOT and stuff, and they were all fine. They've all come round fine. We're just leaving them in the warm now to recover for about half an hour or so, and then we'll let them back out in the sunshine because it's quite a nice day. I've got covered a bit in poo, but that's normal procedure really for catching so many ringtails. If the vets want any extra poo samples, they can get them off my jumper, can't they?
They're seeing us off, aren't they?
Get off my land.
Under the watchful eye of the lemurs, the team head back to base. Back in the lion house, Tejas is being a model patient.
Lots and lots of layers.
If he stays calm and lets Karen take the bandages off without struggling, she can do the job while he's fully conscious. If he puts up a fight, he'll have to be sedated.
I've just got to be careful with the tape that's on the bottom layer that I don't do a waxing on the poor lad.
You won't appreciate that, won't you?
Oh, let's just trim that little bit first. Right, so
there we go.
Yeah, that's our splint out the way. I'm just going to put a little bit of spirit on, and what that does is it breaks.
I know.
Breaks down the stickiness of the tape. And what I'm going to do is leave that tape to absorb the spirit and the stickiness, and we'll get the rest of the other one off first.
Okay, Tejas.
I think we're very lucky with Tejas that at the moment he's tolerating us doing this. Now, I know some domesticated cats from when I was in private practice that wouldn't have tolerated this. So hopefully he'll be as well behaved for the rest of the procedure and save himself an anaesthetic today.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I think we spoke too soon. Settle you down again. What we're hoping today is that when we take these dressings off, we're hoping that those tendons have repositioned themselves, that the top one's tightened up, the bottom one's loosened up. It might be too early, we may have to put the dressings back on, but, you know, we're hopeful that it might be enough today.
At the Chester Zoo Lion House, the splints have been taken off Tejas's legs.
See, it wasn't the dad who did anything bad.
There.
Headkeeper Alan Woodward is anxious to find out if the treatment has worked.
There you go, Tejas.
Senior veterinary nurse Karen Homer knows it will take time before they can say for sure.
It's going to feel very strange for him today. He's had those dressings keeping his legs in a certain position for a whole week, and we've just taken them off. And if anyone's ever broken an arm or a leg and been in plaster, the feeling afterwards is very, very strange. So he's doing really, really well, and his position of his legs looks so much different, so much better. So yeah, that left leg is looking, you know, normal. The right one is almost normal. It's like, yeah, you might find as he walks around today that it'll get better.
Yeah.
But what we'll probably do is, check him again later, and if necessary, put them back on.
Fine, yeah, okay. And today's a huge relief, and it's been a sort of a huge worry in the past, really, but he's getting there, and as I said, he's looking a lot better now.
The opportunity to work with Tejas has been amazing. In a zoo collection, we don't get much in the way of hands-on. The keepers do, but the nursing staff don't. So to be able to have hands-on and make a difference to, you know, a really at-risk species is great. Absolutely amazing. Makes the job all worthwhile.
Grumpy.
Is that a cue for us to go, Alan?
Later on, with millions of mouths to feed, Keeper James finds there's never a dull moment.
You've even got one here, an ant carrying a leaf with an even smaller ant riding on the leaf.
It's a cold day, and the chimps are snuggling up together indoors where it's cosy and warm. Chester has a family of 30 chimps, ranging from 2 to 41 years old. They're the responsibility of specialist keeper Neil Ormrod, who is constantly on the lookout for inventive ways of keeping them active and amused. Today, he's got them a new toy.
Where I'm going to hang it on the island, it's going to be sort of free swinging like a punch bag, so they might love it and jump on it and pull it to bits, or they might totally ignore it, I don't know. They're usually dead nosy, so if you do something, you'll have at least a few of them coming to see what's happened. You could even argue it's enriching for us, thinking up enriching ideas for the chimps, so I think that should do. Ah, that's all right, that. 'Cause it's got a nice bit of a bounce on it. They'll jump on it, come down the webbing, use it as a springy, bouncy sort of thing. Punch it, kick it, wreck it, and have fun. It's giving them something fresh to do. You know, we tend to get stale if you're doing the same thing day after day after day in the same surroundings. So you're just giving them a change, giving them a break.
Putting something like this outside for them, that'll help encourage them outside for a little bit longer maybe. They're going to be playing around with it and work off a bit of their excess energy.
Jethro's jumping up and down on it now, using it as a sort of a spring, which is good because he's at that awkward age now. He's reached puberty. He wants to be a bit of a mischief maker. If he can vent his aggression on the sausage better than venting it on one of the younger ones. There's always something that one of them will do which is new, brings a smile to your face, you know. They've got humour. It's just the way they play. Sometimes seeing them discover something for the first time or work a problem out. Certainly when you've done something and they seem to be appreciating what you've done for them, you feel quite proud and happy in yourself that you've done something good for them, but when they're obviously enjoying it as well, it's even more so. So, yeah, you get a bit of a buzz off it.
If the new plaything lasts a week, Neil will be surprised and delighted. It's tea time at Chester Zoo, and senior keeper James Andrews has literally millions of hungry mouths to feed. He's in charge of the menu for the zoo's colony of South American leafcutter ants.
These are all the various things they can have: roses, buddleia, lilac, false castor oil, tobacco, spotted laurel, willow herb, dock oxeye, daisy, cabbage, willow, lime, beech, sweet chestnut fruit, privet, young oak, citrus peel, etc. We'll give them ivy. They like ivy. They've not had it for a while, and I know where there's some good ivy to be had, so off we go.
Although the ants like a variety of different plants, surprisingly, it's not because they enjoy eating the plants themselves.
The leafcutter ants collect leaves, obviously, but they don't eat the leaves. What they do is they use them to feed a fungus, and they eat the fungus. So they tend their fungus gardens, mulch up the leaves, they can't digest the cellulose, the fungus breaks that all down and they eat the fungus. Go by trial and error. You give them stuff and see if they go for it. There we go.
James doesn't know exactly how many ants he's feeding, but in the wild, nests can hold 10 million or more. Chester's colony is surrounded by water to stop them straying, but they're still capable of taking a bite out of James.
As you can see, they get all over you. And it stings a bit when they bite, but these little fellas are all right. Those are the ones you've got to watch for. Don't get bitten by them. They're particularly mean. They're sort of the ones that guard the train. You find most of them in the nest itself, because that's the bit they really don't want to get interfered with.
The larger guard ants allow the workers to get on with the serious business of demolishing the ivy.
One more piece. So over the next half an hour, hour and beyond, what they'll do, there'll be a continual passage of ants to and fro. A lot of them you'll see more and more now carrying bits of leaves. You've got ants coming out, they're climbing into here, following scent trails left by other ants to lead them to the food. and they're snipping little bits of leaf off. You've got one here that's just got his bit off and he's waving it around a bit. And usually they're pretty good at lifting these, what are huge pieces of leaves compared with their body size, and getting it across there. You've even got one here, an ant carrying a leaf with an even smaller ant riding on the leaf. And he'll start on his journey back through all here, back onto this bridge and across. And that all goes into the nest where it gets given to the fungus and the fungus can grow. This will last them 2 or 3 hours. And I'll come and top it up again.
The ants are housed near Pele the jaguar, and when it comes to grabbing the public's attention, they give him a run for his money.
And people really sort of spellbound with it. And I mean, I've seen times when Pele's been putting on his performance and going up and down and showing really well, and see people are still focused in on the ants because it's mesmerising. It's be a good screensaver.